Hello everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've given me on this YouTube journey. If you wish to donate to my channel, there is a place card in front of you where you can choose a payment option, and I am very, very grateful for all of your donations. I also am grateful for your thumbs up, so please continue to do that. I'm grateful for your comments, so please continue to let me know how these videos resonate with you. They are a general reading, so only take what resonates with you and drop the rest. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button and a little notification bell so you know when I post videos. I usually go live on a daily basis, and I try to go live at least once a week to answer questions. Alright, and you can always share these videos with somebody who you think will resonate with them. All of that plus the donations help out this channel, and I am very, very grateful for each and everybody who helps me out. Alright, so this particular video is for the new moon that we have coming in Pisces. So let's talk a little bit about that. The new moon in Pisces. Okay, so the new moon in Pisces is going to be a profound emotional, spiritual, and creative energy, acting as the final restful pause before the astrological new year begins in Aries. Occurring at the end of the zodiac, this moon encourages us to go inward, release what is no longer needed, and plant seeds for future growth in a quiet, intuitive way. So pay attention to your dreams. Pisces rules the subconscious, making this a potent time for vivid dreams. By the way, this is for the star sign of Aries. I forgot to mention that. High emotional sensitivity and divine downloads. Endings and beginnings. It's the last sign. Pisces blends endings with new beginnings, allowing for the dissolution of old and stagnant energy, paving the way for spiritual growth. This energy fosters a deep sense of connection, compassion, and artistic inspiration. Instead of acting on rigid goals, this moon invites us to trust in the unseen and navigating life with the flow rather than force. So it'll be very important for emotional detoxes such as journaling or meditating to allow buried emotions to surface and be released, letting go of attachments that have outlived their purpose. Setting intentions. While this moon is gentle, it is still a time to plant seeds, especially those related to creativity, spiritual practices, and healing. Dedicate your time to remove mental or physical clutter from your life to make space for new and positive experiences. So avoid rushing forward and forcing outcomes or trying to act with excessive force. Avoid codependency. With the high emotional sensitivity of the moon, be mindful of setting boundaries so you do not drain your energy by caring for others to the detriment of yourself. New moon in Pisces is particularly significant because it occurs with Saturn and Neptune in early Aries, suggesting a need to ground new visions in reality. It follows a chaotic eclipse season, acting as a restoration that helps with clearing and emotional detox before the spring equinox, all right, which is just a few days afterwards. All right, so Aries is the start of the spring season. It's why it's called a cardinal sign. It's the start of a new season, a new beginning, a fresh start. All right, so that's a little bit about the energies for the new moon for you, Aries. All right, so for Aries, what does the moon's energy look like for the Aries collective? I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. What does the new moon in Aries, or the new moon in Pisces, look like for Aries? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. What does the new moon in Pisces energy look like for Aries? Hold your vision. So you're being asked to hold on to some sort of a vision. You may be getting some sort of a download as to maybe a seed that you're meant to plant, Aries. You're being asked to hold on to that vision. You use the power of visualization, or like I said, a download or a psychic vision that is coming to you. This is about a fixed moon. I'm not exactly sure what the fixed signs are. I can't think right off the top of my head, but maybe it is Pisces that's a fixed sign. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I can't think off the top of my head. So give me 1 second and I will figure that out for you. So keep fixated on on the seed that you want to plant. Thank you, Spirit. Mercury is also in retrograde until the 20th, and then you got the week after. So fixed would be Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. All right, so you could have one of those signs in the 12th house is what I am getting. All right, so hold your vision, whatever you're seeing, whatever sights that you got set for goals. Keep fixated on that vision. Allow anything that needs to come up to be come up, because it's actually fixing the situation. You can see you do have a couple of mountains there. This tells me that you're stronger than what you think you are. All right. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, work through your fears with the Scorpio energy. The Scorpio is the fixed sign. So you're being asked to work through any fears when it comes to your power of visualization or using your psychic gifts, right? Because Scorpio talks about the deadly warrior. It talks about endings. It talks about completion. It talks about transformation. This is the new moon energy. So we're talking about the new moon in Pisces, a sister water sign. So anything that comes up that needs to bubble up to the surface, it's coming back around for a reason. Scorpio is also known as a deadly warrior. So it's like the difference between what is a deadly warrior and what is a true friend. So use your discernment. Also, Scorpio represents the mystery of life, how things happen, stepping into the unknown. So some of you may fear stepping into the unknown. That is something else that I am getting. So we're going to use the dice for this reading. The dice for Aries. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, so you got the crystal on the eye. So talking about the third eye, you have a number 3 on the circle. You have a 5, very close to the southeast. So something about maybe the southeast, and you have the 2 outside of the circle. So let's talk about what's outside of the circle here. So this is an answer. The answer is no to a situation. All right. So you really need to trust your intuition, mind, body, and spirit, like the power of 3. Something is on the line here. We have the energy of 5 coming through, where it talks about life changes and choices. Something about a choice coming through here. So There are some nice but modest surprises coming your way, and there could also be some good fortune around the corner. And this is what's on the line here. So, with the answer being negative on the outside, the answer is no, Aries, to something. Um, Maybe to some sort of a surprise, or maybe some sort of good fortune. And a new and unexpected relationship will brighten your life. It will be beneficial, enjoyable, and memorable for everybody. So we have the southeast coming through here. So something about that area of southeast. Maybe they're coming from the southeast. For some of you, no, this might not be a good relationship. This could be a karmic relationship. We have the energy of 10 coming through here. So 10 talks about if your question relates to a business, it will be successful. The 10 also indicates a birth of something new, such as a relationship or a venture. So remember, the answer is negative. The answer is no with the 2 here. 2 people. So there could be something within a business or a ship, some sort of a ship here. We have Scorpio as to why something ended, because Scorpio represents ends. It also represents a deadly warrior. So there could be somebody that you may have connected with that was not a true friend. They were actually a deadly warrior. So they're saying no, nothing is going to come of this situation. So you are definitely, with the energy of 10, you are definitely, I feel, manifesting something. But whatever you're manifesting is out of your masculine energy, Aries. Aries, here you are, right? Aries is the start of a new season. All right. So we're going to do some clarification as to what just come through. We are going to start off with the negative answer of the energy of 2. We have, I feel like you have a choice to make, because this one is on the line. It says 1 or 2 dice out of the circle. You have one that's on the line here. Something about reaping what you sow. The situation is fraught with difficulties because you could soon be made the scapegoat for everything that goes wrong, even if it's not your fault. So that's why this relationship, this ship did not work. I feel like it's because they were a deadly warrior, and they were trying to play the victim here, Aries. And they could have been evil eyeing you. They could have been fixated on ending you, fixated on unaliving you, unaliving your business, unaliving you, causing changes and challenges, working together with other people. All right, so let's clarify the 2 energy for Aries. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, something got put to a halt here. Some sort of a cord got cut. This looks like a pair of scissors. Something about decisions. Something definitely came to a halt. And I feel like it's this, whatever this ship is. It came to a halt. Because why? Because a cord needed to be cut, because somebody was trying to keep you blind to their intentions. They were trying to keep you blind to working with other people, trying to block your manifestations, Aries. All right, let's clarify the 5 energy in the southeast corner. 1, 2, 3 of Wands. It is in reverse. So the 3 of Wands in reverse was definitely trying to block opportunities, trying to block your manifestations from coming in. I feel like judgment has been called on the situation. I feel like, because the horn is tooting into the circle, I feel like this person was trying to knock you off your path. So the energy of 3 that's on the fence for Aries. And we have 3, 6, the 7 of Swords. Yeah. So somebody was very deceitful. They were very sneaky. They were very shady. They did not want to be known that they were the ones who was a deadly warrior, casting illusions, trying to cause delays, trying to hang it up for something. We got the Hangman in reverse. So Neptune, when it was retrograde in Pisces, was very significant because what they were doing was they were playing mind games with you. They were casting illusions with you. They were working with other people. Could have been with a coven. I see 3-3 here with the Knight of Pentacles coming through here. What they were trying to do was sever your connection to the people who watch over you, to your spirit team. I feel like they were trying to keep you blind from making healthy choices. I feel like they were playing a lot of mind games, keeping you in that state of fear, causing you a lot of nightmares, not wanting you to trust your vision. I feel like they were trying to blind you from seeing the truth of who they were, is something that I am feeling here. But I feel like judgment has been called on this situation, Aries, is what I feel. So we're going to go ahead and put these here. We're going to pull some, what are some signs that you may have been seeing psychically here, Aries? Aries talks about, Aries rules the first house of self, outward appearances. Self appearance, first impressions, beginnings, and your attitude. So yeah, this person was trying to put up a front with the first impressions. So the first impressions, they could have acted like they were a true friend, when really behind the scenes they were a deadly warrior, and they did not want you to see that. That is what I feel, Aries. And they were fixated on blocking your manifestations. Okay, they were fixated on that. They didn't want you to answer the call. They didn't want you, and that's why I feel like they brought tower moments down upon you. They brought a lot of tower moments with the 5 energy here, because they didn't want you to answer that call. This person does not want to change. That could be why oh my goodness, the judgment is being called on them because of how they appeared to you. They appeared to be somebody that you could trust, somebody who was a true friend, when in all actuality they were actually the deadly warrior. All right, so yeah. Spirit of the Castle, fortress, rescue, and imprisonment. They wanted you to keep you in prison in your head. They wanted to keep you in this delusional energy. They didn't want you to see something for what it truly was, right? So, yeah, this true friend wasn't as it seems, right? And they wanted to keep you imprisoned in your head. Keep you delusional. We have 888 coming through. So 888, new beginnings and abundance are coming your way, right? We're going to pull one more card, please, and thank you, Holy Spirit. And I feel like the imprisonment is over here with the 7 of Swords and the 3. That talks about being stabbed in the back, right? Being heavily betrayed, being like, it's like mental duct, okay? Just take the D and replace it with an F. Mentally duct. And I feel like they were really working hard on delaying this new opportunity for you. Casting illusions, making you feel as though you're imprisoned in your own house, always triggering you, causing emotional storms, keeping you blind, unable to make positive decisions for yourself, right? Because why? Because they wanted you to miss some sort of an opportunity. They wanted you to miss your call here, Aries. Creating a lot of tower moments, right? Okay, that's way too many, but I'll take them for Aries. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, they were wearing a mask. They were wearing a mask. They were very resentful, very angry. And they were angry. They were resentment with a lot of desiring to break you down, right? This person is definitely wearing a mask, right? As the true friend. We have 666. They could also have some sort of an attachment. Raise your vibration, achieve peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. Grace, elegant, and poised. So what you're doing is there's an essence of mirroring that feminine energy back to somebody, right? The sense of it's like they wanted you to fall from grace, right? Why? Because you're unique, right? When they truly desired to block you, to keep you in prison, but when you would see them face to face, they would show a different version of, like, they would show themselves as a true friend, but in all actuality, they desired to break you. Their desire was being in this resentful energy, resentful, envious, and they could have been working on demon time as well. But 666 talks about choosing peace, right? And I feel like Aries, that's what you did. You chose peace. They could have been jealous of your beauty, because see how beautiful she looks. And what you did was you mirrored this back to that person. All right. So that is what I see. So let's go ahead and pull some crow messages here for the new moon in Pisces. So a hidden enemy is about to be exposed. Yeah, but look, we have a masculine send nudes. And honoring the magic of death. So this person did death magic on you. They could have did sex magic on you with another person. This could have been a masculine Aries who did this. Honoring the magic of death. This person with the Scorpio energy was definitely a deadly warrior. They were definitely doing magic on you, and they were doing it with somebody else. They were working with somebody else, backstabbing and betraying you behind your back, being lying, sneaky, and a very much shady. They wanted to keep you imprisoned in your head with this magic. They could have did marine magic as well. But look, see, judgment has been called on this situation. This person could have nude pictures of you. This could have been an ex who had nude pictures of you. This masculine is all in red, so they could have been very angry. Yeah, and I feel like Aries, you cleared and cleansed the energy, is what I feel you did. You cleared and cleansed the energy because you had, the divine warned you. You could have had a psychic vision. You could have had some sort of a premonition dream, but the divine warned you. And we have Scorpio energy, which talks about sex. So they could, this person, we have a male and a female here. You could see that she is literally wearing a mask here. They could have did sex magic, sex death magic to try to break you. But I feel like you cleared it out. This is definitely an X right here, an X. But you remain calm in the situation, and now you're leveling up. And the divine wants to come in and say, hey, we are proud of how hard you worked, and now you're going to be celebrating a new beginning, a new opportunity. So you're being asked to organize your thoughts, do some journaling, and that's exactly what the Pisces moon is talking about. Because there's a lot of self-reflection happening. So give yourself some space. Again, you could have seen this in your dreams. But they were really trying to cloud and fog you. Perhaps in September of last year when we had the eclipse season, right? Alrighty, so yeah. So the fact that you have a Pegasus on here and you have uniqueness. Oh, look at this. So some of you have been praying to your angels to sever this cord, to cut this tie. You're very unique. You have a unique connection with the angels. And this person, that's why judgment is coming down upon them, because they may not have, they just kept trying it and trying it and trying it and trying it. And this death magic could be backfiring on them. Because they didn't realize, they thought you were delusional. They really did not realize how connected to the angels that you are. They literally tried to sever your divine connection. And that's what the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Trying to block your divine connection. Because the Knight of Pentacles often represents somebody watching over you. They could have called you delusional. Yeah, but you transmuted it, and now fate stepped in, and this person may want to come back and reconcile. This is a deadly warrior. They're not true to you. Remember, this person is wearing a mask, right? And they were very jealous. Whew, alrighty. So that is what I feel. Let's go ahead and pull one final message from your spirit team. So their death magic is backfiring. And judgment is they're under spiritual judgment. And judgment has been called for all the towers that they have caused you. I don't think they realize the truth of who you are. You are a unicorn, a Pegasus. See, the unicorn has wings, right? You are earning your wings. They did not realize how truly connected to the angels that you are. All right, let's pull one final message for the Aries collective. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah. So this is in reverse. I feel like they were trying to block you from asking for guidance, but you've been praying to them. You've been praying to the angels, asking them for guidance. They were actually trying to block your path. And it's this journey within. So that's what you're doing. You're going into your heart space, and accepts the struggles as lessons. And that's exactly what this person was a lesson. Your beliefs are right for you, right? Release toxic relationships, and that's what's happening. You're releasing and cutting the ties with toxic relationships, and this person is going to learn a hard karmic lesson for what they did to you, right? And you're going to be focused. They want you to stay focused on the positive and lead by example by living your bliss. So don't worry, because you're just wasting your emotions by worrying. And take responsibility for like allowing this person in your energy, for taking advantage of your kindness, right? So this person's going to have to take responsibility for what they did, and they're going to have to take accountability because karma is upon them. Thank you for watching, Aries.